Have you ever wondered how the chicken, one of the most common animals on Earth, actually became part of human life? Today, billions of chickens exist across the world. People eat chicken almost every single day. But thousands of years ago, chickens were not farm animals at all. They were wild jungle birds hiding deep inside tropical forests. This is the incredible story of how a small wild bird from Asia became one of the most important animals in human history. The story begins around 8,000 years ago in the dense forests of Southeast Asia, especially in areas that are now modern-day Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam, and parts of India. Back then, humans lived close to nature. They hunted animals, gathered plants, and slowly started learning how to domesticate creatures for survival. In those forests lived a colorful wild bird called the red jungle fowl. It looked similar to modern chickens, but it was smaller, faster, and far more aggressive. Scientists today believe this wild bird is the main ancestor of the modern chicken. At first, ancient people probably didn't raise these birds for food. Historians believe they were first captured because people were fascinated by their loud calls, bright feathers, and fighting behavior. In many ancient villages, rooster fighting became popular. Strong birds were seen as symbols of power, courage, and luck. Over time, humans realized something important. These birds were easy to feed, reproduced quickly, and laid eggs regularly. That discovery changed everything. Slowly, people began keeping chickens near their homes instead of hunting them in the wild. This became one of the earliest examples of animal domestication in human civilization. From Southeast Asia, chickens slowly spread into India and China. Ancient traders carried them across roads, rivers, and markets. By around 1500 BC, chickens had reached the Middle East and Egypt. The ancient Egyptians were amazed by chickens, especially because hens could lay eggs almost daily. Some historians say Egyptians even invented early artificial incubation systems to hatch large numbers of eggs. Soon, chickens became valuable across ancient civilizations. In Greece and Rome, chickens were not only used for food, they were also used in religion and predictions. Some Roman soldiers believed chickens could predict the future. Before battles, Roman generals sometimes observed chickens eating food. If the chickens ate eagerly, it was considered a sign of victory. As trade routes expanded, chickens traveled farther west into Europe and later into Africa. Then came one of the biggest turning points in history: European exploration. When explorers sailed across oceans during the 15th and 16th centuries, they carried chickens on ships because chickens were small, easy to transport, and provided both meat and eggs during long journeys. That's how chickens reached the Americas. Spanish and Portuguese explorers introduced chickens into North and South America, where they quickly spread across farms and villages. Over the next few centuries, chickens became more important than ever. During the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s, farming changed dramatically. People began breeding chickens for specific purposes. Some chickens were bred to lay more eggs. Others were bred to grow larger for meat production. This was the beginning of the modern poultry industry. Then, in the 20th century, chicken farming exploded worldwide. New technologies, better farming systems, and scientific breeding made chicken cheaper and easier to produce than beef or many other meats. By the 1950s and 1960s, fast food restaurants helped make chicken one of the most consumed foods on Earth. Today, countries like the United States, China, Brazil, and India are among the world's largest producers of chicken. Billions of chickens are raised every year for meat and eggs. But despite becoming part of modern industry, chickens still carry traces of their ancient ancestors. If you look closely at a rooster today, its claws, feathers, and behavior, you can still see the wild jungle bird. It came from thousands of years ago. And perhaps the most fascinating part is this: no single person invented or discovered chickens. Instead, ancient humans slowly formed a relationship with a wild bird over thousands of years. A relationship that changed human civilization forever. From the forests of Southeast Asia to villages, kingdoms, farms, and cities across the world, the chicken became more than just an animal. It became one of humanity's oldest and most important companions